God is great. First in the live chat. Only one in the live chat right now. Appreciate you, Titus. I know I'm a few minutes late today. Had a rough time getting my computers going today. Sensei, Domino, hey Don, Titus, and all in the chat. Thanks there, Sensei. Sensei Domino 15 for popping into the stream here today. We're going to have some fun for Hall of Fame Biography, episode 181, Freddie, Lindstrom, and a trivia. So we will have fun today. Hopefully you all are having a great Thursday. We will get into everything in a minute here. It was at 2:11, so at 2:16 we'll end the early bird specials. Dragon fan Tim is still not here. Big Race Ball Cards. Hello, Don, Sensei, and Titus. How's it going, Don? The kids are saying hello. How you kids doing there in Japan? Hopefully you're doing well. And thanks, Titus, for sharing the content with the kids in the Japanese hospital. All right. Let me get things rocking and rolling here. Mind me. That's okay, I still got time because it was what? 2:11 plus 5 is 2:16. So we got less than 2 minutes to go. Appreciate everybody that's here so far. We've got one thumbs up that I see so far, but I'm sure there's more than one out there. Probably just have to do a refresh in a little bit. But just to give a recap real quick, less than a minute to go. God is great. God is great, God is great, God is great. Sensei Domino, hey Don, Titus, and all. God is great, Sensei Domino. Big Race Ball Cards. Hello, Don, Sensei, and Titus with 3 fist bumps. Dragon fan Tim is still not here. God is great. How's it going, Don? The kids are saying hello, Don. They're getting ready to, they know me now, huh? All right, God is great, Big Ray. God is great, Sensei Domino. Let's end the early birds here in just a second. And that'll end the early bird entries. We'll go back up. We'll start logging everybody in here, see who made it in. And we will go to town from there. So let me get my advertisement out of the way. The new 2024 Patreon rookie class tiers. I thought I almost had one person sign up, but I guess maybe they changed their mind. I don't know for sure. We'll see if a payment process is on the 1st next week. But the rookie class tiers, which will include rookie cards, rated rookies, gold cups, rising stars, prospects, minor leaguers, etc., etc. The triple tiers will contain 1 newer rookie card type. The triple threes, tier 1, 4 cards. Triple fives, tier 2, 6 cards. 7/7 sevens, the triple sevens, tier 3, 8 cards. The triple nines, tier 4, 10 cards. The quad tiers will contain 1 Hall of Fame rookie card, and they will be the quad 1s, tier 5, 12 cards. The quad 2s, 25 cards, tier 6, and then quad 3s, tier 7, 40 cards. Could do it. No, 7 tiers is good. 7's a good round number. I was thinking I could have added another one there, but we'll go with that for now. Right? We're going to get into our listing here first. For today, we do have 680 entries. So we have 6 prizes on the wheel. So that takes care of that for the moment. Looks like we've got everything in the board there. Let's go ahead and get my handy dandy pen out. We got God is Great. God is Great is here for 2+. Sensei Domino with a 2+. Alright. God is Great. Big Ray's Ball Cards for a 2+. Dragon Fan Tim, who is not here, for a 2+. God is Great, God is Great, Big Ray, God is Great, Sensei Domino. Alright, so I believe that's everybody. Looks like we've got the early birds taken care of. With that in mind, we will get into our next portion, which will be our trivia. I'm kind of moving at a good pace. I want to try and be done by 3 o'clock, but we'll see how things go there. My computer slowed me down and we did start late. We got 2, 4, 6, 8 entries. Give us 688. If we can get 12 more entries, we got a chance at 7 entries coming up with our trivia for today. Okay. Dragon Fan Tim. Hello there, Tim. Hopefully you are doing well these days. Team History is our trivia for today. And for Thursday, January the 25th, 2024, just in case you didn't know, it is a full moon today. So be looking in the skies if you have clear skies, and you can see that full moon in full glory today. But the baseball birthdays for today, January the 25th, are Vern Rule, Wally Bunker, Derek Turnbow, and Ed Goodson. Okay? Again, there are 5 possible answers, but if you get all 5 correct, you will get 7 points. 7 entries for the January giveaway. So that's, yeah, it's a full wolf moon. That's right, Big Ray. There you go. There's somebody else that keeps track of the moon phases. Alright, so, again, team history. Okay? There's going to be 5 players listed, and you need to put them in ranking by stolen bases for the Rangers. So rank the following players in stolen bases for the Rangers. Let me get it in the chat real quick here. Okay. So rank the following players in stolen bases for the Rangers. So these are all Texas Ranger players, and their ranking as far as stolen bases. So put on your paper, if you are writing it down, A, B, C, D, and E. And then I'd like you to put your ranking number in front of the letter. So like 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D, 5E. Not in that order, because that's not the order of the answers. That's an example on how I'd like you to put your response in there. Okay? So, when I read through the player names twice, we'll start the guessing time, okay? So, rank the following players in stolen bases for the Rangers. A, Dave Nelson. B, Elvis Andrus. C, Ian Kinsler. D, Toby Hara. And E, Bump Wills. Again, these 5 Texas Rangers players rank the following players in stolen bases for the Rangers. A, Dave Nelson. B, Elvis Andrus. C, Ian Kinsler. D. Toby Hara, and E. Bump Willis. So start your trivia guessing now. Again, put the number in front of the letter for the players. Or put them in order, Sensei Domino, however you wish to do it. I will try to figure it out if I can at all possible. We'll wait. Let's see, I started at 22. 225 will end the guessing, and then I'll see who has the most correct answers. So get a sip of water real quick here. Right. I'm going to take this off camera and write the answers down here quick. Okay, that way I'll do it and have them in the right order so I can figure out what everybody's guesses are. Okay, so I gotta leave this here. Okay. And as soon as my computer says 225, I will end the trivia guessing and we'll see who got the best guess. Starting with Sensei Domino, then going to Dragon Fan Tim, and then going for Big Ray. We'll see who got the most correct answers. And end your trivia guessing now. So we've got, from what I can see, 1 thumbs up and 5 people in the chat. All right. All right, Big Ray. I'll take that second one, but if you're guessing again, you need to take off one of your 2 answers, since you have 2 answers there. Oh, you just did it twice. Why'd you do it twice? Now you're confusing me. That's okay. We'll figure it out there, Big Ray. You can leave both of them there, I guess. It's the same answer. Yeah, I know. I don't know. You're just trying to confuse me, aren't you? Okay. So let's see real quick here. We've got the first person that guessed was Sensei Domino, and he said Andrus was first. Let's see, Andrus, and then Kinsler was second. Wills was third. Fourth. Oh, somebody must have. Wills Nelson. Wait, hold on. Now I'm confused here. Let's see. We got Andrus is first. Kinsler is second. Wills is third. Nelson is not fifth. Okay, so next one up is 1B, 2C, 3E, yes, 4D, and 5A. Big Ray, as always, has scored the trivia for 7 points. See, he is the first one to get all 5 correct. So yes, the ranking for the following players in stolen bases for the Rangers. First is Elvis Andrus. Second is Ian Kinsler. Third is Bump Wells. Fourth is Toby Harrah. And fifth is Dave Nelson. Dun, dun, dun. What's it say? It goes Andrus 305. Kinsler. The numbers. You got the numbers on there. I see. That's cool. Don's not old. He's experienced. He's just experienced. He just experienced. Don't confuse the old man, Ray. That's okay. That's okay. It's all in fun and games. But congratulations there, Big Ray. You got our trivia. Tomorrow will be baseball history. And we will do the weekend trivia, which will be one. Ooh, it's going to be a big 8-pointer tomorrow also. So all right, we'll have fun with that one tomorrow. But for today, I'm going to just so we've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're 5, and I think by the end of the stream today, we should have 7 prizes on the wheel. We should have 7 prizes on the wheel. But we are going to get started here with our biography for today. Freddie Lindstrom, who played for New York in the National League, Pittsburgh in the National League, Chicago in the National League, and Brooklyn in the National League. Played from 1924 to 1936. Compiled a lifetime .311 batting mark, including 7 seasons of 300 or better. One of only 3 players to amass 230 or more hits a year, twice as the youngest player, age 18. In World Series history. He tied the record with 4 hits in game in 1924, equaled the Major League record by collecting 9 hits in 1928 doubleheader. So that is our biography player for today, episode 181. Get that down here a little bit. All right. So, Freddie Lindstrom, whose full name is Frederick Charles Lindstrom, born November 21st, 1905, passed away on October 4th, 1981, was an American professional baseball third baseman and outfielder. He played in Major League Baseball for the New York Giants, the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Chicago Cubs, and the Brooklyn Dodgers from 1924 to 1936. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1976, our country's bicentennial. Lindstrom debuted in the MLB for the Giants in 1924. In 1930, the Giants manager John McGraw ranked Lindstrom 9th among the top 20 players of the previous quarter century. Babe Ruth picked him as his National League All-Star third baseman over trainer for the decade leading up to the first Interleague All-Star game in 1933. Modern-day statistic guru Bill James, who writes Lindstrom number 43 on his all-time third baseman list, placed him among the top 3 under 21 players at that position and called the 1927 Giants infield Lindstrom, Hornsby, Travis Jackson, and Bill Terry the decade's best. In 1931, injuries, including a chronic back and broken leg, brought about his switch to the outfield. The Giants traded him to the Pirates before the 1933 season. He also played for the Cubs and Dodgers before he retired after 13 seasons in 1936. As far as his early life, Lindstrom was born on Chicago's South Side near Comiskey Park. Lindstrom, as a youngster, was an ardent Chicago White Sox fan, often playing hooky from school to watch their games. He was devastated when his hero, Shoeless Joe Jackson, and other teammates were banned from baseball allegedly throwing the 1919 World Series. Lindstrom attended Loyola Academy in Wilmette, Illinois, and was in his sophomore year when he tried out for the Chicago Cubs in 1922. He instead signed with the New York Giants, who assigned to the Toledo Mudhens. He played for Toledo for 2 years with such future Giant teammates as Travis Jackson and Bill Terry. Get another sip of water real quick. I can feel my voice getting raspy on me. Yep, let's say you just missed it. You had the last two swapped. Ugh. Alright, let me get a sip of water here real quick. Next, he played with the New York Giants. The New York Giants promoted Lindstrom to the major leagues in the 1924 season. The 18-year-old Lindstrom batted .333 in the 1924 World Series, including 4 hits in 1 game against the Washington's Walter Johnson, while playing airless baseball in the field, the youngest player ever in a postseason game. He was described by Johnson after the 5th game as a wonder, easily the brightest star in this series. But a bad hot bouncer over his head in the 12th inning of the 7th game gave the series to the Senators and became an enduring moment in baseball lore. A number of later accounts of the series called Lindstrom the GOAT for his 12th inning error. Actually, there was no error on the play, and Groh was later quoted as saying it wasn't Freddie's fault. It could have happened to anyone. He never had a chance to get the ball, so they won it. Lindstrom later recalled Giants pitcher Jack Bentley, who was something of a philosopher, I think summed it up after the game. Walter Johnson, Bentley said, is such a lovable character that the good Lord didn't want to see him get beat again. Playing in an era when fielders' gloves were a little more padded strips of leather with a baseball-sized pocket in the palm, Lindstrom, for 3 of the next 4 seasons, led the National League in third baseman and fielding percentage. He also topped the league in assists in 1928, finishing second with 34 double plays and 506 total chances, all while posting 231 hits in both 1928 and 1930, including 9 hits in a doubleheader, a record never surpassed this day. $1 million infield, said writer Arnold Hano of the late 1920s Giants quartet. Fans would come early just to watch their fielding practice magic. In an essay on Willie Mays' famous 1954 back-to-the-plate catch off Cleveland's Vic Wertz, Hano claimed that even more sensational play was Lindstrom's full-length leaping grab before crashing into the outfield wall in the 1932 Giants-Pirates game, that the New York Herald Tribune later called the greatest catch ever made in the Polo Grounds. During his 9 seasons with the Giants, Lindstrom batted .318, 4th on the team's all-time list in the 20th century, while demonstrating his ability to come through in the clutch with pennant-chasing hitting streaks in September 1928 that raised his average from 342 to 358, and in 1930 from 354 to 379. As late as 1935, while playing center field for the Chicago Cubs, .427 batting average during a stretch of 21 consecutive victories was credited by such Chicago newsmen as John P. Carmichael and Warren Brown as the main factor in the Cubs' drive for the National League Championship. Often referred to as the last of the great place hitters. McGraw teams that emphasized advanced runners into scoring positions rather than relying on the long ball. Lindstrom in 1931 was led to believe that he would succeed the longtime Giants manager. We're making that change we spoke about next year. Lindstrom, recuperating from a broken leg, said he was told by the Giants club secretary, Jim Tierney, McGraw is going out and we want to make you manager. Instead, for reasons that some trace to Lindstrom's leadership role in a player revolt against their often dictatorial manager, a change he consistently denied, although admitting that he often spoke out against the feisty skipper named Little Napoleon. Club owner Horace Stoneham chose first baseman Bill Terry to replace McGraw. Although the two remained friends, Lindstrom demanded a trade, which took him to Pittsburgh in 1933 to the press. Terry said, "No, Fred no longer has that burst of speed he used to have." Several years later, Lindstrom conceded that it was the worst mistake I ever made. If I could have accepted that setback, it would have worked out in time. But I fouled the whole thing up forever. As far as then, the Pirates, the Cubs, and the Dodgers. Playing in the outfield between Lloyd and Paul Wainer, Lindstrom finished second in the Pirates shortstop, Archie Vaughn, by 4 percentage points with a .310 batting average, 8th highest in the National League, hitting 39 doubles and leading the league's center fielders with a .986 fielding average. Boom, Slang's in the house. How you doing there, Becky? Yo. Nice to see you here, Mick. Alright. But after one outstanding season, Lindstrom again found himself involved with a team expected to contend for a pennant struggling with controversy. First, George Gibson was fired as manager 51 games into the season, with the Pirates mired in 4th place. His replacement, Pie Traynor, moved Lindstrom to left field and then the bench after breaking his finger in a fungo game. At season's end, despite fielding .990 and again out-hitting Lloyd Wainer while playing in 43 fewer games, Lindstrom was traded to the Chicago Cubs, where he quickly became what Cubs manager Charlie Grimm later called a vital asset in the team's 1935 league championship. Starting at third base ahead of Stan Hack, he was later shifted to fill a void in center field. There, Grimm said, as boss of the outfield, he allowed only 7 pop flies to fall safely during that 21-game streak. He also drove in the winning run or scored it in 7 of the games, including 3 singles and a double off Dizzy Dean of the St. Louis Cardinals, with the pennant clinching and why isn't Lindstrom in the Hall of Fame? Grimm asked in a 1968 interview. After the Cubs lost to the Detroit Tigers in the 1935 World Series, however, the following January, he was released and later signed by the Brooklyn Dodgers. After only 26 games and a .264 batting average, Lindstrom abruptly retired from baseball following a collision with infielder Jimmy Jordan while going for a routine pop fly. "I have been in this league 12 years, Lindstrom reported, saying, and it never happened to me until I put on a Brooklyn uniform. In 13 years, 1,438 games played, Lindstrom compiled a .311 batting average, 1,747 for 5,611 with 895 runs, 301 doubles, 81 triples, 103 home runs, and 779 runs batted in. His on-base percentage was .351, and slugging percentage was .449. He hit .300 or better 7 times, and Lindstrom recorded 6 5-hit games. He hit for the cycle on May 8, 1930, in World Series games in 1924 and 1935. He hit .289 with a 13-45 with 4 RBIs. His later career and personal life. In latter years, Lindstrom managed minor league teams for Fort Smith, Arkansas, and Knoxville, Tennessee, after coaching the Northwestern University baseball team for 13 seasons. He was appointed postmaster of Evanstown, Illinois, a position he held until 1972. He died 9 years later and is buried with his wife, Irene, in Chicago's All Saints Cemetery. The youngest of their 3 sons, Chuck Lindstrom, played briefly for the 1958 Chicago White Sox, walking and tripling for a perfect 1,000 batting average and on-base percentage in 2 plate appearances. Freddie Lindstrom died at Mercy Hospital in Chicago on October 4, 1981, and was buried at All Saints Cemetery. As far as his legacy, although many modern-day baseball historians refer to Trainer as ERA's premier fielding third baseman, the Pirates Hall of Famer led the league in errors 5 times, including 37 in 1931, 27 in both 1932 and 33. Lindstrom's high mark was 21 errors in both 1928 and 30. For the 7 comparable seasons that Lindstrom played third base, his fielding percentage tops that of Trainer each year. Donald Dewey and Nick Asella, all-time All-Star Baseball Handbook, Elysian Fields Press in 1992, listed Lindstrom as the New York Giants' all-time third baseman. The esteemed sports writer Red Smith placed him at third base on an all-time New York All-Star team that had no room for the likes of Mickey Mantle, Duke Snider, or Mel Ott. John Kiershin, Sports of the Time, reported the following. Arthur Neff was sitting in the Chicago dugout talking about the Giant hitters. He talked of Roosh, Jackson, Terry, Hogan, and then remarked decisively that Freddie Lindstrom was the cleverest of them all at the plate and the hardest man to fool in the clutch. Lindstrom's 4 hits in Game 5 of the 1924 World Series stood as the rookie record until matched by San Francisco's Buster Posey in the 2010 series. Along with a 24-game hitting streak in 1930 and a 25-game streak in 1933, Lindstrom also ranks among the all-time top 10 in lifetime strikeouts to batting average ratio, 276 strikeouts to 311 batting average, and 6,104 plate appearances. Lloyd Wainer, Pie Trainer, and Archie Vaughn are also on the list. Lindstrom led the league in outfield assists in 1932 and putouts in 1933. He came to the Pirates as a young defensive player and even better right-handed line drive hitter. The Hall of Fame's Bill Francis posted an undated article titled "Research Sheds New Light on Lindstrom's 1930 Season." That shows he batted .480 that year with runners in scoring position, the highest in Major League history, according to the Society for the American Baseball Research Records Committee, in a publication authored by SABR Records Committee Chairman Trent McCotter. In discussions of George Brett's magical 1980 season, his overall .390 batting average is often mentioned alongside his .469 average with runners in second position, which is occasionally cited as the highest such figure in history. However, thanks to RetroSheet, we now know that Brett's .469 figure had actually been surpassed. 50 years earlier in 1930 by Giants third baseman Freddie Lindstrom, who went 59 for 123 with a 480 percentage with runners in scoring position, and Lindstrom hit 379 overall that season. Lindstrom was included in the balloting for the National Baseball Hall of Fame starting in 1949, but never received more than 4.4% of the vote from the Baseball Writers Association of America. Former Giants teammates Terry and Frankie Frisch joined the Veterans Committee in 1967 and aided the elections of several of their former teammates, including Jesse Haynes in 1970, Dave Bancroft and Chick Haffey in 1971, Ross Youngs in 1972, George Kelly in 1973, Jim Bottomley in 1974, and Lindstrom in 1976. Lindstrom's selection, along with some of the other selections made by Terry and Frisch, has been considered one of the weakest in some circles. According to the BBWAA, the Veterans Committee was not selective enough in choosing members. Charges of cronyism were levied against the Veterans Committee. This led to the Veterans Committee having its powers reduced in subsequent years. In 2001, baseball writer Bill James ranked Lindstrom as the worst third baseman in the Hall of Fame. Like a number of selections by the Veterans Committee, Lindstrom's nomination was controversial. With opinions on both sides, legendary baseball writer Red Smith wrote, "The present members would be pleased to welcome him into their company. Frank True of the Sarasota Herald-Tribune, Bob Brung of the Sporting News, and Lou O'Neill of the Long Island Press were equally complimentary." So there you have it, the biography for Freddie Lindstrom. Again, born November 21st, 1905 in Chicago, Illinois. Passed away on October 4th, 1981 at the age of 75 in Chicago, Illinois. He batted right through right. His MLB debut was April the 15th, 1924 for the New York Giants. His last MLB appearance was May 15th, 1936 for the Brooklyn Dodgers. His MLB statistics, his batting average was .311. His home runs, 103, and his runs batted in, 779. The teams he played for during his career: the New York Giants, 1924-32, the Pittsburgh Pirates, 1933-34, the Chicago Cubs, 1935, and the Brooklyn Dodgers, 1936. So, hopefully you enjoyed our biography for today. Frederick Charles Lindstrom. Again, inducted by the Veterans Committee. Put that back here, put that back in my box there. Let me get back in the chat here. Okay. There we go. Alright. So hopefully you all enjoyed that. Tomorrow, to close out the week, we will be doing John Henry Lloyd, or nicknamed Pop Lloyd. Okay? With the Negro Leagues, 1906 to 1932. So what we're going to do now is our 2-minute warning to end the stream. Let's see, what do we got? 52. Start the 2-minute warning for the end of stream. We're going to finish things up here, see what we come up with. Again, if we can get, what do we got? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think we'll probably make it. I think we'll make it. But again, all you gotta do is type in there present, here, haven't left yet, still lurking about. Shows we have 5 people watching, 4 thumbs up. Let me do a refresh here, see if we got still 4 thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up for me. At least yesterday we hit double digits. We had 11 people in there, I think we made it up to yesterday. So that was pretty good. Another great live stream, Don. Everyone have a blessed night. And if you're old like me, be thankful when you wake up in the morning. Exactly, Big Ray. Thanks, Mark. I feel the same way sometimes. I feel the same way. So we've got God is Great is here. God is Great's here. Big Ray's ball cards is still here. Big Ray, Boom Slang was here. I saw Boom Slang earlier. Got anybody else present lurking about before we end the stream? What do we got? 53, 54, 55. Oh no, we're at the end. We made it. And the 2-minute warning, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up today. We only went 43 minutes. That's got to be almost a record for me for shorter streams. But adding episode number 181, Freddie Lindstrom, to our repertoire. I think Sensei's here just working and listening. Oh yeah, I got him covered. I got him covered. Sensei Domino, I've got God is Great, I've got Dragon Fan Tim, I've got Boom Slang, and I've got Big Ray. Of course we are still here, Don. There you go, God is Great. Titus, say hello to the kids. Hi kids. That's me saying to say hello to the kids. Hopefully you enjoyed the biography for that baseball player today. Tomorrow we will have a Fairfield Friday. I don't know for sure if I think next week I should be getting in a box or two that's being sent from I think Pennsylvania. But as long as you don't talk about Freddie Krueger. Oh nope. Just Pop Lloyd tomorrow. It'll be Pop Lloyd. We'll be doing Pop Lloyd, okay? So, this has been Don Blomdahl, having been live with Hall of Fame Biography, episode 181, Freddie Lindstrom, and our trivia. Tomorrow we will have a fun, at least we should have, I think I got 2 Fairfields left, if I remember right. I think so. I think I got 2 Fairfields left. But we will have a Fairfield tomorrow. So it's not just words, but be blessed. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed evening. And we will see you all tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, with episode number 182. Until then, have a great day, and we'll see you around the channels. Bye. There you go, Sensei Domino. I saw you, and I figured you're probably just listening in the background.